players say that to you this last week of practice? Anyone that took a big step? You've talked all spring about Ryan Murphy, but who else?
Yeah, Murph got hurt tonight, didn't get to play much, but I think he's going to be all right. And I think that there's been just about constant improvement. I hate to single out a player right now because there's, we've got quite a few guys I think that made a move that will help our team. What we'll look at real hard is the probably 20 guys that redshirted a year ago and how they're going to fit in come the fall, and so I think a lot of those guys improved during spring practice.
What's next for your staff? What do you guys do? You hit the road? You got recruiting stuff?
Yeah, we're down to about four plus weeks of evaluation time, so our coaches will hit the road for May.
But not you?
No. Well, I will be hitting the road, but not recruiting. I have other stuff, league meetings and stuff like that.
Initially, how concerned were you when you saw Murph kind of hobble off?
I was concerned, but I feel pretty good about where that's going to be.
How about the performance of Chris Brown today? Obviously, a healthy dose with the running backs. What did you think about what he did?
I thought it was good for Chris. We let a lot of those guys play a long time as the thing wore on, and that was probably pretty tough for him. But I think pretty good for him too. Because that's really the best way to learn, to get in a situation like this and just let them play some football. And it's not really very pretty very often, but they did a pretty nice job.
A couple guys on defense, and it was Joel Scotty and Keith Gonzalez. Seemed like they're pretty
good. Everybody seems to flash at times, but those two guys stood out today.
Thoughts on Wheaton going to the Steelers?
Oh yeah, I'm excited about that.
Big cheer when it happened.
Yeah, I actually think that's, how do I know, right? But it appears to be, I think, a good match. It's a great organization, and I know they lost one of their great receivers in free agency, or Mike Wallace this year. So I'm excited for Marcus. I think they just do a great job at Pittsburgh. So it's nice to see him go to an organization like that.
16 cornerbacks taken. Poyer's still waiting. What would you say about
Somebody's
that?
messing up out there is what's happening. There is no doubt about it. Somebody's going to get a real good player tomorrow.
You might have already been asked that question. Do you feel like you got what you wanted out of spring?
You always would like more time, right? But I think in general it was good work. We got a lot of improvement out of players on our team.
How are you doing?
Look at there it is. Yeah, there it is. There's your microphone.
Yeah, you remember this?
Yeah.
Coach, you were talking about recruiting. So, how many members of your staff do you plan on sending out?